Hey everybody, I'm Steven, and I'm about to go see Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph Breaks the Internet. I will catch you after the credits.
Hey, kid! Wake up!
Ralph, what is wrong with you?
We're going to the internet.
What? Isn't this great?
No, it is not!
Oh, holy cow!
Okay, so I just got back from seeing Wreck-It Ralph 2, and overall positive. Like I've said before, I typically don't go and see movies that I won't have some enjoyment of, so almost all my reviews are going to be positive in some way. There might be a few outliers here and there, but they're going to be rare. So I guess let's get into kind of what the movie's about. Basically, the movie starts off, Ralph and Vanellope have gotten into a routine. Every day they go to their games, which is basically their jobs. When they get out, they go hang out in somebody else's game. They play Tron, they play Root Beer Tapper, which is basically just their bar. Which is a lot of this is seen in the first movie. Except Tron. Tron was a nice touch. It was nice to see a new arcade game in there. One related to Disney, of course, but it was still fun to see. But this starts to get Vanellope kind of... She's played the same 3 tracks in her game over and over again. She's found all the bonus levels. She's found all the secret courses, the bonus tracks, and it gets boring for her. So Ralph decides to make an extra path in her game. So when she starts to take control of herself and play the game, there's a kid also playing who loses control and tries to fight against it, which ends up breaking the steering wheel. This causes the game to go out of order, but they look online to see if there's a replacement part, and there is. There's one replacement part on eBay for this steering wheel, but it's $200, so they gotta figure out how to get it. First step, they go to the internet, because just installed is the new Wi-Fi. At first, they have no idea. I think it's kind of funny that Sonic the Hedgehog is the one that tells them, because he's a modern arcade game. Is he an arcade? Are there arcade Sonic games? I don't know. I know there's arcade Street Fighter games. I know there's arcade Mario games. But is there an arcade Sonic? Is that a mistake? Are they just throwing in a video game character because he's recognizable? I honestly don't know. Somebody tell me in the comments, please, if there's a Sonic arcade game, because I want to know. Once they get on the internet, they realize that they can't get the steering wheel without money. So they try and get paid to play video games, but it being a scam, they basically get told no, they don't. So what else do? They turn to basically this... YouTube exists, but it's not it's not the main video site in this world, which is fine. You can't use brand names all the time. So they use Buzz Video, I think it is. So Ralph basically, to make money, hits all the trends. He hits goat screaming videos. He hits bee puns, which I think is just a thing in this world, but can we please make bee puns the new, meme? Please? I really want that to happen. In the first game that they try and earn money in, it's a hardcore GTA-style racing game that Vanellope loves because you can go anywhere. You don't have to just stay on track. It's amazing. The female character in there is voiced by Gal Gadot, or Wonder Woman, as more people would know. Possibly also from Fast and the Furious, people would know her, which would also make sense because it's fast cars. I've never actually seen a Fast and the Furious movie. Comment below if you want me to watch those. I might give them a shot, but because I've never seen a single one of them. I've seen parts of the first one, and trailers for all of them. I remember seeing the trailers for Tokyo Drift back in theaters, and that was the third one. That was a ways back now. Back on topic. It's actually really fun to see a lot of these little internet things pop up. There's pop-up blockers, and one of my favorite jokes in here, and a lot of people are going to miss this. One of the pop-ups says, like, single moms near you want to meet you.
Sassy housewives want to meet you.
And it's hard to see, but the advertisement is a picture of Hero's aunt in Big Hero 6. And it makes me laugh every time. When they're doing the viral videos, when Ralph is doing those, Vanellope goes and becomes a pop-up to try and get them watching the videos more. So she goes, because she's a princess, technically, she goes to the Disney area, where, yeah, you've seen it in the trailers.
Oh, come on. Princesses and cartoon characters barf. Whoa!
There's the Disney princesses, and I've got to say, I was really worried that that was all you were going to see of them. The princesses kind of steal the show. They're great, and there's not enough good I can say about the scenes that they're in. They are so funny in this. They are exactly what you want them to be. Especially Ariel had me busting up every time she said anything. It is so good. I loved it. I loved every moment the princesses were on screen. Merida is also very funny. And they're all just funny. It was kind of weird. They gave a little bit more. Well, I guess they were making fun of the earlier princesses, how kind of ditzy and whatnot they are, whereas like the modern princesses have been a little more well-rounded, but they made fun of them less, and it might be because they're still in the mainstream. I'll have to. I don't have much more to say on that. That's just a note I made. So once they earn enough money, Ralph and Vanellope kind of get together again, but Vanellope doesn't want to leave the new. Oh man, I want to call it. Say it's like Slaughter Race, the GTA style game. And so Ralph goes and basically goes and tries to mess up the game. Vanellope finds out, and they get mad at each other, which was already in the other movie. And Ralph has to prove himself that he is not just a jerk, which was in the other movie. It does get kind of fun, because there's a virus that copies Ralph everywhere. There's millions of Ralphs, and it becomes this giant Ralph. And so to work to try and fix this, Ralph and Vanellope get back together. They're friends again, and it's cliched, but it ends up working in the end. Basically how it happens is too cliched for my taste, and I was getting a little annoyed. It was starting to slow down the movie for me. But once the kind of final climax hits, it's fun again. The Disney princesses make another appearance, and it's even funnier than it was before. I don't know how they did it, because I was so afraid that it was just going to be boring to see them, because I've already seen them in the trailers, but they include just enough more to keep everything fresh and interesting. I've said before, I can't say enough good about the princess scenes. So actually, in the end, Ralph and Vanellope become friends again, but Vanellope decides to stay in Slaughter Race. And Ralph has to be okay with that, which is probably my favorite thing about this movie, is it's a message that's not touched on very much in kids' movies, especially with the internet now. When friends move away, it doesn't mean your friendship is over. It just means the friendship has changed, and that real friendships can actually get stronger from it. So they're having to call each other, tell each other about their days, and they can only see each other once every couple months or so, kind of thing. But that reminds me, like, I have a friend, I live in Washington, and I have a friend who lives in Chicago, and we talk frequently, even if it's just playing video games online. And that's where this movie really shines. Is getting to the message was sloppy, but the message itself is powerful and very nice. When watching this, I was thinking the whole time, like, this is a good kids movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it probably an 8 for kids, but like only like a 7 for adults. Then the message kind of comes along, and it boosted it for me. I don't know if I'd give it a full 8, but 7.5 seems too low, so I think if I had to, I would actually give this movie an 8. And now, for the segment in which this show was actually named after, the after credits. There are 2 after credit scenes. There's a mid-credit scene, which is a scene from the trailer. It's the bunny pancake kitty milkshake scene. It's in the trailer. It's funny. It makes me laugh, even though I've seen it before.
Pancake, 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 pancake. Eat, little bunny. Eat.
Ralph, you might want to try feeding the kitty for a little while.
No, the kitty gets the milkshake. The bunny gets the pancake.
Then the end scene. I think I saw a little bit of it in a trailer one time, but it's so funny, and I didn't see it coming, which is the perfect for this joke. I can't spoil it for you. Just know it was a big internet trend back in like 2000, I want to say like 2008, 2009 was when this trend was at its biggest, and it is so good. So, would I recommend this movie? Yes, I would. Go in with moderate expectations. It's fun, but there are things that slow it down. You'll see things you love. The moral is great. Getting to the moral is difficult. Not much more I can say, and let me know what you thought about it in the credits. Not in the credits, in the comments. And are you going to go see it? Have you seen it? Why won't you see it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? And if you like this content, please like, subscribe, and check out the rest of the content on the channel. Especially the after the credits videos, if that's what you're here for. But we've got a lot of video game content and some D&D content as well. So I will see you at the movies.
I think we should get out of here.
This car is not designed for a big boy, I tell you that.
This girl can drive.
I gave my mammy a cake, she turned into a big bear. My Algin tried to dare in. If that's not a pure mess, I don't know what is.
We can't understand her. She's from the other studio.
Ralph breaks the internet.